Al-Dawayima was a Palestinian town, located in the former Hebron subdistrict of Mandatory Palestine, and in what is now the Lachish region, some 15 kilometers southeast of Kiryat Gat. It has been occasionally identified with the Old Testament town of Boscut, the home of Yossia's mother Jedida, though the association has not found widespread acceptance. According to a 1945 census, the town's population was 3,710, and the village lands comprised a total land area of 60,585 dunams, of which nearly half was cultivable. The population figures for this town also included the populations of nearby Kirkbits, or ancient villages. During the 1948 Palestine War, the Al-Dawayima massacre occurred, in which an estimated 80 to 200 civilian men, women and children were killed. However, according to John Baggot, about 30 women and children were killed. History. Al-Dawayima's historical remains encompass a long period from the Bronze Age, through to the Persian and Hellenistic, down to the Ottoman period. Bulldozing what remains of the Palestinian village to prepare a new Israeli village has revealed an ancient olive press, a columbarium cave, a villa from the Second Temple era, and both mikvehs and cisterns. The core clan of Al-Dawayima were the Ardibs, who traced their origin to the Muslim conquest and settlement of Palestine in the 7th century. Ottoman era. In the late Ottoman era, in May 1838, Edward Robinson visited during harvesting time. He noted that Al-Dawayima was situated on a hill, with a view of several villages to the east. During the harvest, several Christians from Beit Jala were employed here as laborers. The barley harvest was coming to an end, while the wheat harvest was just beginning. In 1863 Victor Guerin visited twice, and he estimated that the village contained 900 inhabitants. In 1883, the Palestine Exploration Fund survey of Western Palestine described Al-Dawayima as a village on a high stony ridge that had olive groves beneath it. On a higher ridge to the west stood a shrine that was topped by a white stone. The people of Al-Dawayima were Muslims. They maintained several religious shrines, chief among them the shrine of Sheikh Ali. This shrine had a large courtyard, a number of rooms, and one large hall for prayers, and was surrounded by fig and carob trees and cactuses. It attracted visitors from the neighboring villages. A mosque was located in the village center. It was maintained by the followers of Al-Tariq of Al-Kalwashia, a Sufi mystic order founded by Sheikh Umar al-Kalwati. British Mandate era. In the 1922 census of Palestine conducted by the British Mandate authorities, Al-Dawayima had a population of 2,441, all Muslims, increasing in the 1931 census to 2,688, still all Muslim, in a total of 559 houses. The villagers expanded and renovated the village mosque in the 1930s, and added a tall minaret. By 1945, Al-Dawayima had a population of 3,710 Arabs, with a total land area of 60.585 dunams of land. By 1944-45, 21,191 dunams of village land were allotted to cereals, 1,206 dunams were irrigated or used for orchards, while 179 dunams were built-up areas. 1948 War and aftermath. Al-Dawayima was captured by Israel's 89th Battalion of the 8th Armored Brigade, led by the founder of the Palmach, Yitzhak Sadeh, after Operation Yoav on 29 October 1948, 5 days after the start of the truce. It was the site of the Al-Dawayima massacre, in which 80 to 200 civilians were killed, including women and children. According to Lieutenant General John Baggot, a British officer stationed with Jordanian's Arab Legion in Bethlehem and Hebron at that time, the number of killed was far less, who wrote, On October 31, United Nations observers reported that the Israelis had killed 30 women and children at Al-Dawayima, west of Hebron. It would be an exaggeration to claim that great numbers were massacred, but just enough were killed, or roughly handled, to make sure that all the civilian population took flight, thereby leaving more and more land vacant for future Jewish settlement. These particular villages west of Hebron were to remain vacant and their lands uncultivated for 8 years. The massacre was cited by Yigal Allon as the reason for the halting of the creeping annexation that included Beit Jibrin, Qubeibar and Tel Maresha. The massacre was seen as a reprisal by the Israelis for the massacre of Jews in Kfar Etzion months before, on May 13, 1948. By Palestinian fighters and some members of the Arab Legion. The nearby Jewish town of Amatzia is located on land belonging to Al-Dawayima. According to the Palestinian historian Walid Khalidi, the site has been fenced in. A cowshed, a chicken coop, and granaries have been built at its center. The southern side of the site contains stone terraces and the remnants of a house. The eastern side is occupied by the residential area of the Moshav. In 2013, the whole area, apart from some ancient Jewish remains, was bulldozed to pave the way for the erection of a new community, to be named Karmai Katif, which is planned to house evacuees of the Gaza Strip settlements. The new name is reminiscent of Gush Katif culture, a woman's THOB dated to about 1910 that was produced in Al-Dawayima as part of the Museum of International Folk Art collection at Santa Fe. The dress is of hand-woven blue indigo linen. The embroidery is in predominantly red silk cross-stitch, with touches of violet, orange, yellow, white, green and black. The upper half of the kaber is embroidered with alternating columns of diamonds, and 8 pointed stars. The lower half of the kaber is in the Kaleid pattern. The side panels of the skirt are completely covered with embroidered columns. Among the patterns used here, Nakla motif, Wardwill Aleq and Kemal Basha. Each column is topped with various trees. There is no embroidery on the long, pointed sleeves. The village is often featured in the works of Palestinian artist Abdul Hay Mossalam, who was expelled from it in 1948. By 2011, 2 books about the village history had been published. In popular culture, in the 2008 film Salt of the Sea, Al-Dawayima is the village which Emad, the male protagonist, hails from. The village ruins serve as the temporary residence of the main characters, Emad and Soraya. The film is dedicated to the memory of the Al-Dawayima massacre. Families. Al-Zatre *Al-Adaber *Al-Malad, Al-Qodher *Al-Hajuj *Basbas, Hamdan *Abu Matr *Shahan, Abu Rama *Al-Atrash *Abasayeh, Hudayb *Mesed *Al-Isa, Abdaldin *Nashwan *Faner, Al-Najjar *Harb *Ghanam, El-Garman Al-Absai Abu Ryan, Abu Holtam Sundokar Al-Jamara, Abu Galyun Al-Man Azra Abu Hailmi, Abu Mialish Abasafia Al-Turk, Ead Zebin Abagalia, Al-Jorode Abu Kadra Al-Khatib, Hunayf Sada Abu Fawa, Abasabai Al-Sabatin Al-Karashie, Al-Aktash Asha. Bibliography. Al-Ajam, Emil, Gendler, Simeon, Amazia, Survey. Hadashot Archaeologiot, Excavations and Surveys in Israel. Al-Ajam, Emil, Gendler, Simeon, Amazia, Al-Dawayima. Hadashot Archaeologiot, Excavations and Surveys in Israel. Al-Ajam, Emil, Amazia South. Hadashot Archaeologiot, Excavations and Surveys in Israel. Baron, B. ed. Palestine. Reportum General Abstracts of the Census of 1922. Government of Palestine. Ben Venister, Isle, ed. Israel and the Palestinian Refugees. Berlin, Heidelberg, New York. Springer. ISBN 978-3-540-68160-1. Conda, Claude Rainier, Kitchener, H. The Survey of Western Palestine. Memoirs of the Topography, Orography, Hydrography, and Archaeology 3. London. Committee of the Palestine Exploration Fund. Davis, Rochelle. Palestinian Village Histories. Geographies of the Displaced. Stanford. Stanford University Press. ISBN 978-0-8047-7313-3. Glasse, Cyril. The Concise Encyclopedia of Islam. San Francisco. Harper and Row. Cited in Khalidi. Guerin, Victor. Description géographique historique et archéologique de la Palestine. 1. Judy, P.T. 2. Paris. L'Imprimerie Nationale. Hadaoui, Sami. Village Statistics of 1945. A Classification of Land and Area Ownership in Palestine. Palestine Liberation Organization Research Center. Hodaib, Musa. Kariat Al-Dawayima. Amman. Dar al-Jalil Li al-Nash. Cited in Khalidi. Khalidi, Walid. All That Remains. The Palestinian villages occupied and depopulated by Israel in 1948. Washington, D.C. Institute for Palestine Studies. ISBN 0-88728-224-5. Mills, E. ed. Census of Palestine 1931. Population of villages, towns and administrative areas. Jerusalem. Government of Palestine. Morris, Benny. The Birth of the Palestinian Refugee Problem Revisited. Cambridge University Press. ISBN 978-0-521-00967-6. Morris, Benny. 1948. A History of the First Arab-Israeli War. Yale University Press. ISBN 1-902210-67-0. Nashoni, Pirhia, Lender, Yesha Yahoo. Amazia Forest Survey. Hadashot Archaeologiot, Excavations and Surveys in Israel. Palmer, H. The Survey of Western Palestine. Arabic and English name lists collected during the survey by Lieutenants Conda and Kitchener. E. Transliterated and explained by E. H. Palmer. Committee of the Palestine Exploration Fund. Robinson, Edward, Smith, Eli. Biblical Researches in Palestine, Mount Sinai and Arabia Petraea. A Journal of Travels in the year 1838 2. Boston. Crocker and Brewster. Seri, Gregory. Amazia East. Hadashot Archaeologiot, Excavations and Surveys in Israel. Shapira, Zanita. Yigal Allen, Native Son, A Biography. Pennsylvania. University of Pennsylvania Press. ISBN 978-0-8122-4028-3. Stillman, Yedida Kalfin. Palestinian Costume and Jewelry. Albuquerque. University of New Mexico Press. ISBN 0-8263-04907. At Santa Fe's Collection of Palestinian Clothing and Jewelry. Varga, Daniel, Israel, Yigal, Amazia, Hadashot Archaeologiot, Excavations and Surveys in Israel.